How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. It is finally time to start the November content. I am so excited, as you could probably tell by the videos leading up to this. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made $6 billion profit over roughly 2 months. And you can honestly do the exact same thing too, but please watch the entire video. That way I can explain, like, some of the risks or whatever that go along with this and fully explain how it worked and stuff like that. I really don't want you to be like, I'm stopping the video at 1 minute 30 and then just going doing all this, because then that might not end up very well for you. So just follow along. Anyway, here we go. Right here in the Grand Exchange. So I already have sold off all of mine of what this is. As you can probably tell right away, these are these tokens. So I'm going to go ahead and start off right off the bat by saying that I've already sold off all of my tokens. What I did is I bought some more of these tokens, put them in for sale, and then made another big profit on these. Honestly, obviously right here. These tokens right here sold for $219,000 each. These were market price of $55,600. What I did is I actually bought up some more tokens and then sold them for a profit, so I can just show you guys how it works. But what I did originally was I bought up a ton of these tokens, a lot of these beach tokens right here, like the Claudia Wings token, the Coral Sword token, for the mid price is 30, and you see right here how it says 400,000. If you're like, well, it's not going to sell for that. Well, actually, if you look right here, you can see that the instant buy right here on the Coral Sword token was 400,000. So as you can see, they do go for this price. That is just like one of the newer ones I put in here though, so it hasn't started selling yet. These other ones have already started selling. The Claudia Wings are actually gone. So what I did is I bought stuff from the ferry event, and I also bought stuff from the beach event. When I originally did this, I bought pretty much every token you could possibly imagine. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is, since obviously I'm making the video now, I'm going to go ahead and take this out of here. So as you can see right here, guys, if we do some really quick math, if you bought these for 55,000 and then 600 GP, so 55,600 GP, let's take that times 41. That's 2,279,000. As you can see right here, the profit, this total sale price is right around 9 million. That means it's like 6.7, 6.8 million profit on just this 41 Claudia Wings tokens. That gives you a little bit of idea of what's coming up. But right there, when I bought these, actually, in order to just kind of like reenact this and be able to show you guys these in here selling, they were about 70,000 is what I paid for them. So I paid 70,000, ended up selling right here for 219. That gives you a good idea that they are still very profitable on this one. But I'm not actually encouraging you to buy this token, so just stay with me. The reason why I don't have, obviously I don't have like my original stuff in here or whatever, like screenshots, is because I never really actually intended on showing this. But what I've actually decided is I'm not going to redo this again myself. Just because of the fact that I've got other stuff going on. I have way too much stuff going on with the Patreon and everything. I don't want to take up as many slots as it took. I took up pretty much all of my slots on all 5 of my accounts to be able to buy enough tokens to do this originally. But what I did, guys, is I actually bought a lot of the tokens from the ferry event and the beach event, and then I just held them and waited until they started going up. So when I originally was buying these, I was paying like 10,000 each on these Coral Sword tokens. So as you can see, when I bought them for 10,000, I actually ended up selling these for, I sold them for less than this. I think I sold mine for like 350,000 each or 300,000 each, was right around there. So I was making anywhere from 290 to 340,000 each profit. And I had I had a lot of these tokens. Like, so some of these tokens I had more than 1,000 of, because I was buying them from other players as well. These crystal ball tokens, when I did these crystal ball tokens, I was paying 20,000 each for the crystal ball tokens. If anybody else was buying these tokens at the same time, you guys probably remember paying about 20,000 for them. And 20,000 is what I paid. These crystal ball tokens later went up to 1 million each. I'm dead serious. They sold for 997,999. That's the price I put them in there for. I put those crystal ball tokens and also the fairy dance 1 and 2s for basically 1 million each. And I had over 1,000 of each of these. So on the fairy dance 1, fairy dance 2, and crystal ball token, I literally made over 1 billion profit on each one of those tokens, just out of those 3 tokens. Now, obviously, as I was explaining before, I did not make over $1 billion on each one of the tokens. That's why I ended up making about $6 billion total. But if you look right here, let's go through, and I can show you some of the other ones as well. So that's one of the newer ones, but bubble blower tokens, stuff like that, the beach ball orb tokens, all these, the conga whip eel, or the conga eel whip, sorry, these, like, I never thought these were going to rise. There was so many times where I was like, I'm just going to go burn all these, because they just wouldn't move. But if you buy one right now, as you can see, The mid price is 13,797. You were able to buy these for like 5,000 gold each. So when I actually sold these, I sold these off at about 90,000. So they've gone up even higher. Now they're 100,000 for instant buy. If I was to take this Conga Whipped Eel token and sell it instantly to see what it sells for right this second, 20,380. So right now, quite literally, you could go in the Grand Exchange, put an offer for 20,400, and then start stocking Conga Whip Eel tokens. After a couple weeks, you can go sell them for 100,000 each or something, or whatever they're currently going for. You just have to be patient with your sales, and you'll make 80,000 profit on each one. So that's basically how this works. Here's the thing, guys. Now this is what I was talking about, how you can replicate it yourself, but I wanted you to actually watch the whole video. That way you can see exactly how not to fall into a pitfall. You don't want to pay a lot of money for these. If you are planning on doing this like I did this, you don't want to pay a lot of money for them. Do like I just did with that Conga Whip Eel. Sorry, the Conga Eel Whip. I just cannot say that. And buy them for like the lowest you possibly can. As you can see right there in the sale history, 20,380 is what you can pay literally right this second on a Conga Eel Whip token. Don't go pay anywhere near 100,000. And then what you can do is if you literally just put it like, you can do this. Let me show you an example of what I did quite literally. So I can do 20,400. Now maybe I'm going to buy 1,000 of those. Okay, so got 1,000 of these. They go for 20,400. Now 1,000 of these is going to take a long time to buy. So obviously it was a major advantage for me to have 5 accounts doing it. I also had some friends helping. I also bought some off other people. So for me to stock up, 1,000 plus of like a token was much easier because I did a bunch of things to do that. You want to know a secret, guys? There's absolutely nothing stopping you from doing the exact same thing. If you've got some friends, they're like, maybe your friends aren't currently buying anything, then just have them buy some tokens for you if you want to do this method. You do whatever. But once you click confirm, then you just go chill. So you just go ahead and wait. Now the tokens limit themselves to only about 2 every 4 hours. So it's going to take a long time. If you actually literally just let this go, I mean, this would take a long time to fill. So that's why I recommend doing this if you have like an extra account, or if you're going to buy, have some friends buying them, or whatever you're going to do. Just be aware you're going to be waiting a very long time to make a huge profit if you're doing this on your own. But if you actually do get 1,000 of these Conga Whip Eel tokens, or Conga Eel Whip token, good God, I cannot say that. As we just saw in the sale history, when this sells for 100,000 as the instant buy, we look back over here, Conga Eel Whip token, 20,400, which means 20,400,000. That means that you'll make 80 million profit when you sell these Conga Eel Whip tokens. Now, if the price changes, let's say the price changes over here to like the 226,000. What if they're 226,000 when when it's time to sell? Maybe you've been sitting there for a very long time, buying your Conga Eel Whips, and then eventually they go to 226,000. Guys, you're going to make about 170 to 180 million profit off of that investment. So as you can see, it doesn't even take that much money to actually start this whole process. But that's it right there. So if you guys want to know how I made 6 billion cash in about 2 months, that is what I did, and it did take a long time, but it ended up paying off. Because it was very, very, very leisurely. It didn't really take a whole lot of effort. Look at something else. So none of these have started selling yet. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna throw one of these in there for instance. So we know that I instantly bought one for 400,000, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop one in there for the minimum. Let's see what you're able to buy this Coral Sword token for right now. 50,089. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it's not on there anymore. But anyway, 50,089 is what you can buy. 400,000 is what you can sell them for. That means that there's 350,000 profit on the Coral Sword tokens. Now, as you can see right here, they do sell for their instant sell price if you're just really patient. Right here, 53 of these have sold already. Right here, 66 of these have sold already. The cash hadn't even been pulled out yet. So they do sell for that high price over time. You just gotta be patient. I mean, when you're gonna make millions of profit, I mean, it's kind of whatever to try to be that patient. So if you look over here, let's go ahead and try one of the newer tokens. So what I suggest you doing, if you're interested in doing this method, is I really suggest you guys to try it on the newer ones. Now the reason why I say the newer ones is because they're going to be priced lower. They're going to be easier to buy. Like let's take this gingerbread necklace token for example. Try buying that. Oh, look at that! Wow, I was able to buy this for 4,579 instantly right now. So this thing, it's going for below mid. Let's see if you were to buy them slowly, what could you pick them up for? 1490. So 1,490. So I mean, even if you were skeptical about this method, which I mean, I've pretty much showed you exactly how it works and even proof of how it worked, and even telling you that I did it myself. Even if you were skeptical, your total risk is 1,490 gold. So if you were to buy 1,000 of these right now, you could get 1,000 of these gingerbread tokens for 1.5 million. That's it. 1.5 million. That's like half. That's like a half hour of Slayer tasks. I mean, that doesn't take very. Your total risk is like hardly anything. Now imagine if these gingerbread necklace tokens 5 or 6 months from now went up to 100,000 each. Then by investing 1.5 million, you sell them for 100 million. So as you can see, guys, it's a really solid thing to do. Now, obviously, some tokens can go up pretty crazy. Like if we look at the Zombie Walk token, let's take a look at that one real quick. So when Zombie Walk token came out, it was kind of expensive to begin with. It was like 25 million or whatever. So right now it's going for about, the mid price in the Grand Exchange is 317 million. So you can buy the more expensive tokens, and I can show you an example of one of those. The tokens I'm recommending to you and the ones that I personally bought are the ones that were very low price, because they have like a very easy entry. Like your total risk in buying them is pretty slim. If you were to buy something like, let's see, let's find one that is a little bit more expensive. Havoc, is that much? No, Havoc's not much right now. Let me look. What about Diak plushie? Oh, well, here we go. The treasure rest. So right here is 6.6 million. So this one right here, when this one came out, it was also a higher priced one as well. So if you're thinking about buying the tokens that are like this, where they are already at a higher price, which by the way, the treasure resting token has been this price for like forever. It's been this price for a long time. So I really don't recommend buying this one because it really hasn't moved. But if you were to buy like some of the tokens like the keg pet or whatever, or the the Wolpertinger pet, and hoping that they're going to rise, just understand that you have a lot more risk involved when you're buying one of those. They could not move at all, or they could drop. So just be aware that those do definitely carry a lot more risk. But if you're going to buy these really cheap ones right here, where they're pretty much already so cheap that no one cares, then like just look at that. Look at that. 1.4 million. Like this right here is this one at mid price. If you look at it now, oops, too much. At our sell price, boom, that's like 18 million profit. So as you can see that right there, guys, this right here is probably one of the best investments you can make with someone that does not have that much money to spend. For the most part in RuneScape, if you're doing investing and stuff like that, it typically requires quite a bit of cash to invest with. But if you have an account that does not have that much money on it, or like a newer player, or maybe just don't have a lot of bank, this is a really great way to have a long-term investment that's going to pay off long-term. Now that's one last thing I'd like to discuss here is when to sell them. So when to sell them basically is just like whenever they happen to go up high. Like when I sold my crystal ball tokens for $1 million each, I'm pretty sure that there was people like pumping these. I'm pretty sure people were buying them out. And I just happened to notice that, because what I did while I was investing in them is I kept on instant buying one every once in a while just to see what they were currently going for. I mean, as far as my buy price, I was just buying them for low. I was buying them for 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. I mean, I kept my buy price very low. But I would always, hop on another account, check the instant buy, and be like, and then one day check the instant buy, and it was $1 million. And I was like, okay, goodbye. And I sold my crystal ball tokens. I also did the exact same thing for the fairy dance and the fairy dance 1 and 2. Both, like all three of these tokens were $1 million at the same time. There was probably other ones that were $1 million, but I did not have any of the other ones that were currently going for $1 million. But yeah. So keep an eye out for that, because people do try doing that sometimes. People get really excited, they go invest in something and like buy them out, to like an extremely high price, like way too high. So if you're like just sitting there randomly one day with your tokens and suddenly they're $1 million each, time to get rid of them. Anyway, guys, I really hope this helps you out. This is something pretty cool. Please leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this method or anything else. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, or maybe you're going to try it out yourself. And I really encourage you to join our Discord. We have an open Discord that you can join in the description down below. We have the brand new series of going from 0 to 100 million. It's going to be starting up very soon. And then also there's going to be quite a few giveaways during November, and you can sign up for giveaways by joining our Twitter. So at RS Manatee Gaming is the Twitter. There's already quite a few people on there following, and so most of the contest information is going to be put on there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being a subscriber to the channel and everything, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.